This is Jason's Electronics Repair. Welcome to my ER. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And this is going to be an odd one here. I have a Joy-Con. This is my son's Joy-Con, and it doesn't work. The left bumper, it clicks, but it doesn't seem to want to work as an input. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one here, and we'll see here. If we go down to system settings and we go to controller and set it sensors, and then we can test input devices, test controller buttons, and Chris, hello, Jim, how's it going? So if I hear it, I hit A, B, Y, X, the triggers, but the bumper doesn't work. This button works. This bumper is not working. It's an odd thing because these two buttons here work. So it's not a ribbon cable or a actual problem with the board. I'm thinking it has to do with that switch, but the switch still clicks, so I'm not 100% sure. So we'll put this one back up here. And we are going to take a look at this. Travis, hello. All right, so we're going to take a look at this here. Try to get that off. So I don't know what I'm going to find in this. It is a 13-year-old's Joy-Con. Could be a simple fix, then it'll be a short stream, but could be longer here. Could be just something, should be just a dirty contact too. So I'm going to get that open, and then which side is this? Okay. I had to familiar myself what side it is on how I'm going to open it. So okay. I don't know why they don't put a screw right there. It always tends to get loose. So it appears the right bumper is on the board. I'm really shaky today, guys. Gerald, hello. Milano, Jordan, Technic, hello. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in how this is going to go here. So I'm going to pull the battery out. I'll lift the battery up. Okay, got the battery out. Now let's go ahead and open this up one more time, and we'll leave it. Unfold this one here. Oh, look at that. A little piece of plastic just came out. Look at this. This just came out of this unit. I wonder what that is. I bet you that's part of that right bumper button. So, all right. Gotta stop raging on the switch, I guess. All right, I want to try to do this without taking the whole thing apart, but I think I know what the problem is going to be. Okay, first of all, I need to let this antenna go. And then I need to lift this and then flip it immediately. And yeah, the button's completely ripped off of the unit. So this one is going to be interesting. Okay. You can see here, this is the button right here. And I see pull pads, traces. So I'm going to mute the mic for 1 second. Wow, Milano, thank you so much for the $5. That is very generous of you. I need to mute the mic 1 second. I need to call my son here. Hold on. I'm going to show my son this and teach him. You know how when you get all with your switch? Look what you did. You ripped off your button on your R trigger. You ripped it off. You tore some pads there. So I got to fix that. Hopefully I can get the button back on. I got replacement buttons, but you got to be careful. And you broke the plastic bumper. You broke some of the plastic off. So you gotta be careful, buddy. Joy-Cons aren't indestructible. All right, so it looks like we have to get this board out of here. So we're gonna lift this board out, get that out of there, and take a look at our button here. We'll look at that under the scope. Oh, it looks like carnage. I can see the carnage. So this is the worst one to break the button on. Flip. I think I have the nail to do it. Yes, I did have the nail. All right, so. All right, so we got that out of the way. This is going to need to be replaced. I have replacements. We'll go ahead and. Well, these levers are locked in there in a death grip. So we will go ahead and take the Joy-Con out. We don't think we need to, but it'll be safer. So don't want to tear our little seal here. Make sure you keep that intact and in place here. And that's got to go underneath this bracket. So we get the tweezers. And this has got to go underneath there like that. Now I do fix this. I fixed a couple. Never had torn pads though, so this is going to be interesting when I get this out. I just got to unhook some more things. Got to unhook the motor here, and the antenna. We'll just pop that off. Now here is the worst part about this unit here. Take that out. Is these two ribbon cables here. This is, when you take this board out, this is one of the most difficult things to do, is get these two ribbons hooked back in. And I actually have another pair of Joy-Cons I was building custom that I changed over the housing on, and I mounted the ribbon for this and this ribbon. I mounted it, and then I was unable to get them hooked back up, so I actually have to unglue it. It's just B7000, but I still they're my personal, so I just haven't had the mental capacity to do that. Excuse me. Eddie, hello? Yeah, they're sticking. So normally you can take this and you can lift it up, get them out, but getting them back in is the tricky part. So we have the board. We'll take this off. And we will set this in our tray here. Forgot my wife made me this tray, and I can use it for parts. So get these screws out of the way and put all the parts in there. There we go. Okay, so we got this. Let's get the microscope over here. And let's see what we have. Is the scope even going to work? Oh my God, it worked. Okay, so we are looking here. Here. Oh, that looks trashed. Oh. Look at that loveliness. Oh. Now, here's the question. Y'all can see that in all its glory, right? How that button was just ripped off of there. So, it's going to be... Wow, that's interesting. Hey, Phil's here. How's it going? So, hopefully you also see that. The pads. So, I'll get these tweezers here. So, this pad and this pad is completely gone. I do have some traces here. It appears that this trace and this trace are connected. So I don't know how important that trace is going to be. But, man, he's almost into another layer. So this was him being careless and hitting the button too hard. So now I got to run jumpers to all this stuff here. So let's start prepping this here, and we'll see what we got. Just gonna get my tools out. All right. Wow, $2. Oh wow, I'm glad I got to test out your bank card there, Phil. Thank you so much for the £2, which is more than $2 in America. Just yes. So I'm just gonna give myself a little bit more. I don't know what size jumper I want to be running. All right, like that. Hit it with this fiberglass pencil. I know a lot of people don't like the fiberglass pencil, but it does me good. So, all right, I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of alcohol, and then I'm going to clean up those joints on the other unit. And I moved it. My big head moved it. All right, they look like they'll take some solder. Solder, however you want me to say it. Yeah, the pound is better than the... I never understood how... I understand economics and stuff like that, but the different currencies, like why some is better than others. Like, I know it has to do with cost of living and the area and, how much trade product that it's worth and thing. But back when we were on a gold system, it was easier to know how money worked because everything was in the gold or precious metals anyway. So I have a guy who does that for me. So let's add, we need fume extraction. We will break bring forth that. All right. We have fume extraction. Move the mouse. All right. Yeah, assets, the country, inflation. Yeah, it's super complicated. Anybody that claims they know everything about it is just lying to you. Because you see different economists online, and they all have a different opinion, and they all think they know what's right. I'm going to attempt to put this in a board holder. I really am. So I'm going to move that back out. I'm going to bring you back down to the table. And we're going to see if we can put this in a board holder. I don't want to clamp it any way that it will flex or fracture this thin part of the board. But I'm thinking my eye pinch might be able to grab it on that side. No, that's not quite. Oh, that's a weird one. Let's try a different fixture. So, all right. Let's try this guy. I got this for my mini mill. So we'll try this. So if I place this like that, grip that there, grip that there. All right. Can't grip that though. This one is tricky to find a way to clamp this. All right, we'll try that. All right, let's go back. Yeah, definitely not liking this. All right, let me see if I can get this to where I can use it. All right, hopefully, and switching. All right. Excuse me. All right, we're going to add flux. Wow, Milano. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I feel like Phil now. All right. Fume extraction. Flux. Seemed like that was a long time coming for that. I'm going to use a tip that is aggressively too big, but it's only temporary. I'm going to switch to the micro pencil in a minute. Just getting some wick here. I'll show you guys a tip for wick in a second. I figured this out earlier. I'm going to add some leaded solder here. Solder, however you want to say it. The wrong way. I'll say for a Nintendo Switch, these pads are huge. Wow, Milano, thank you again. Wow. Just yelled at the kid. You did my cat. What? Wow, I really appreciate it, Milano. That's too much. Thank you. All right, let's clean this off here. All right, so let me clean this hot flux off. Then I'll show you my pro tip for wick. What do you guys reckon the size of that wire is? Like that trace. You think that's as small as the USB-C traces? You guys think that's the same size or smaller? So I think it's smaller. So I'll have to find some jumper wire. Let's see here. Let's get this flooded and pick that flux up. So I use a clean room, or this is a Chemtech wipe because they're far superior than a clean room wipe and picking up flux. So I want to get all that flux off of there. I'm going to put more on there in a minute, but I want to show you guys something. So we're going to get that cleaned up. I'm going to take this off of here. When you guys cut if you have a pair of cross-lock tweezers, I happen to have these ceramic ones, just because it's the only cross-lock I have. But if you cut yourself a piece of wick, and you hold it with the tweezers, and you push down with your soldering iron, and then the wick will slip through the tweezers because they're not very good grip. But if you grip them one time and then take them and then come around it like this and grip it again like so, like this. So now I'm wrapped around there. So now if I pull on this, it's not going to come out of the tweezers. So I can use both ends, snip a little bit off, but this way you don't sink a bunch of heat, but you also have it locked in the tweezers to where you can actually get it off of the board if it tends to slip out of your tweezers. So it's just a little tip. All right, Milano, thank you so much. Have a good lunch. It's not even breakfast time. It's breakfast time now. 7 something. So, but that's just a little tip for that. So let's put a new switch on it just because we can, because I have them in stock here. So now a little bit. Let's get ourselves a brand new switch out. Click on buttons. Oh, this is going to be insane. I don't think this is the right button. That can't be the right button. Let's compare these two under the scope. It could be the same. This looks like a pain in the butt, I'll tell you right now. I don't remember it being this hard. I've only done 2 of these, and it was a while back. So let's see here. This is the old one. Can't even put it on my map. Find it. This is the old one. So this is the old one here. So let's flip it around here so we can see. So this is the old one. This is the bottom of it. Okay, that's the old one. This is the one I have. But look at those tabs. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. And those tabs are flat, and these tabs are bent. So I'm gonna have to straighten those tabs out first. Right? Let's see, how does this gonna go on this board? Why does everything have to be modified? Why does everything have to be modified? Just move this in line there. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I know you got that problem, Phil. Okay, let's see here. Is that better? Yeah. So let's see, how is this gonna go on? Probably like that. Man, that is a crappy design. That is just like, please rip me off. That's exactly what design this is. This is like, please let me give this to a child and rip off the board. Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, this is that new, I'm gonna rip off the board type. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and solder this on. All right, so I'm hoping the micro pencil can have enough oomph to do this. So I'm going to add a dabby of flux right there, over there, and I moved it. Get fume extraction up. Make sure my micro pencil is tinned. Yep. All right, so now if I take this in my left hand, hold that down in position, and I move stuff to where I can access it. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get some solder on my micro pencil. I'm going to solder that leg right there. Get some more solder on my micro pencil. Alright, that should be down. Clean off my micro pencil. Let's take a look at this here. So yeah, it appears to be down. Alright, so now I'm going to flip this so that I am like that, I believe. Alright. Now, if I hold this down with another pair of tweezers. I flatten these out. Yep. All right. So we will get our micro pencil one more time. Add just a dab of flux right there. And there we go. That one's soldered. Now we just got to run the jumpers. Turn that off while I get this set up to run jumpers. All right, what do we want to run here? So this may be too big, but we'll find out. This may be way too big. That's too big. That's way too big. Could make do with that, but I believe I have a smaller one. I know I have a smaller one than that. Just gonna get it out. What we got here? Solder blob though. Don't run jumpers. What does it look like? Let me look. Should I solder blob it? Seriously? Let's try that. That's not a bad idea. That. It's not a bad idea. Oh, that's way too much iron. I don't think it's gonna blob. Oh, that one did. Way too much solder on there. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the jumper. Jumper it is. Never been a fan of a solder blob as a professional fix. I mean, it is my son's controller, and he's probably gonna break it again. He's never broken an electronic before. Must be the age. Oh, for freak's sake. Are you kidding me? All right. It's wrapped in plastic. Oh, what is this one? Is this even the right size? That's too small. That is too small. Okay. Well, aren't you dandy being too small? What is this? How does that look? You know what? I don't care. All right. I'm at the beyond caring stage at this point. Grab this. Just getting the coating off this wire. All right. Oh, of course. I'm going to have to approach this a little bit differently. All right. I'm just going to give this area a quick clean. now I'm gonna catch up on chat here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that wire is, Phil. I probably have it right here, but um, it's not on my spool. This was on my spool. All right. Come on, stupid. Your home was there. Oh, man, I'm telling you, my hands are so shaky today. It's driving me crazy. Oh. Try it a different way. All right. That should be locked down. All right, now I got to clean this up really good. What does this say? Yeah, it's just, yeah, I know yeah, it just, I'm shaking so bad, Phil, that it's real bad, guys. If it wasn't my son's switch, I wouldn't even be working on it because of how bad my shakes are right now. But this should get him by. All Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flood it with isopropyl alcohol. Because that was a flux remover. That was a pretty harsh flux remover. And I wanted to make sure I got this cleaned real good. And then now I'm going to flood it with alcohol and brush it. Flood it with alcohol. And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to soak up that alcohol. Because the alcohol has diluted the flux. So I'm going to soak it up and take it off the board. I'm just going to give it another little alcohol bath and soak that up. I will be putting some solder mask on this. Let me see here. All right. I'm going to use my oh so favorite cleaner. Why can't I find my oh so favorite cleaner? Contact cleaner in the trash can. That's where it belongs. All right, got some contact cleaner and then some compressed air. All right. Now we have that area should be clean as we need it to be. All right, that's nice and clean now. Yeah, yeah, I'm not that way, Phil. I mean, he's never ever broken an electronic before, so I'm not going to. I mean, he's got in trouble from it, but you know, he's playing with a really crappy one right now that is falling apart. But yeah, he's never broken an electronic before. Grab my UV needles. Hate this stuff. All right. All right, so I'm going to, you can see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there. Then I'm going to move that around a little bit with my move it around tool. There it is. I want that. Cover that. All right. Now, All right, so clean that off immediately. Take you off scope cam and get the fume extractor out of here. And we're gonna UV cure this bad boy. No, I say I'm gonna UV cure. Okay, never mind, I found it. So almost didn't find it. So I got my UV lamp here. Plug said lamp in. I wonder if this will request a higher voltage than 5 volts. I never tried that. And okay, so that will sit like so. Yep. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the side to cure. Then I'm going to catch up on chat here. So I'll maybe look at something else. All right, so I'm going to let that cure for a good bit. That light is supposed to penetrate deeper over a shorter period of time, over a longer period of time. So, I mean, it works. It does take a lot longer. But I will show you what I mean about the ribbon cables and stuff. Wow, Milano, wow, your lunch must have been fantastic. Thank you for the $10. Incredible. Must have been one heck of a lunch. All right, so get a little situated here. The mat's filthy. Sorry about that. Now, let's see here. What do we got in chat here? Wow, Jordan, man, I really appreciate it. You were too kind to me and Phil. Because yeah, yeah, I said it's the first time he's ever broken anything. Yeah, green allows more light to penetrate because if you look at the light, there I can actually show you an example with this pad of paper right here. So this is a white piece of paper. We're not going to worry about white because it's a thing. So if we take this purple marker, and we draw a purple line there, that's not clear to see that that's purple. Just adjust this. There we go. Okay, now you can see that that's purple. Now, how purple is, this isn't purple. This is every color but purple. Because what this is it's absorbing every color and it's reflecting the color purple. So it's not actually purple, it's every other color because it absorbs all those colors, and in the light that it reflects is purple. So we're seeing purple. So whatever a color an object is, that is the light that it reflects. So it doesn't absorb that color. So if you take your color wheel here, your basic color wheel, and you have red. Red is over here. You have your red. You have your blue, and you have your yellow. Blue and yellow make green. So we got green here. We're not going to go into every color, but we're going to go into the main ones here. I don't have a purple marker. Oh yeah, I do. And then blue and green make purple. Now, if you have a purple light, okay, so if you have a purple light, you are sending in the colors blue and red. So you want a color of UV mask that doesn't have blue or red in it, or more blue or more red in it. So green is the basic. It has a little bit of blue in it and has yellow in it. So the yellow allows it to penetrate and cure. The optimum color would be yellow. Yellow solder mask would allow all the purple UV light to the whole entire wavelength to penetrate the mask. But green is a good substitute for that. I'm not a color expert. I don't even, not even a huge fan of color theory. I've watched a lot of stuff and did a lot of studies on color theory, mainly to figure out why certain masks like red doesn't cure, and why some of them you need thinner layers and things like that. So this should be almost done. So let's see. I use black, blue, and green. Yeah. Like I said, yellow is the best way to go. Just bought a new camp cooker and 6 tins of gas. Are you going fishing again Sunday? That's good. Is fish code for something or actual fishing? Oh, yeah. Might as well eat while you're there. Actually, black absorbs every single color. It reflects no color back, so it's the ultimate absorber of color. White is the opposite. All colors bounce off of white. It actually reflects everything, so it sends all the colors mixed together, which is white light, into your eyes, so you see it as white. Black is the actual absorbing of all colors. Yes, red, green, and blue are the universal colors. Now we're talking about light in light waves. We're not talking about mixing paints. In light waves, red, green, and blue make white. If you combine all those colors, you get white. If you take all those colors away, it's black. That's why you get a lot of LED TVs that the blacks aren't very rich. They're not very deep, because it's hard to create an absence of light. There are some TVs that do a black very well, but it's an issue. If you have a lot of light in the room and you're watching a movie, your blacks aren't going to be as your blacks aren't going to be as deep and as dark. But if you have all the lights off in the room, you're going to get a darker blacks on your TV. That's just a little tip. If you don't have deep blacks on your TV, turn off all your lights and it'll be a smidge better. So, all right. Let's see. Let me show you this nightmare. And this nightmare is good. This is just a bag of parts at this point. If this doesn't work, I will take the board out of here. But this one, of course, it all falls apart. I can't get the ribbons plugged in. I got one ribbon plugged in, but I can't get this ribbon here. I can't get this ribbon plugged in. It's too short. It didn't, and I glued it down. So I gotta fix that. Come on. All right, so see, this is too short in here. It's supposed to like lift up a little bit, but I tacked all this down with B7000. So I need to gently lift this up here without breaking this piece. So can't figure out why I get ants on my bench. I don't get ants anywhere in the house that we spray. That's gonna break it. All right, so I got this up a little bit here. All right. A little bit more glue there. Now, why have you been so short? Of course, this has got glue under it too now. It'd be a miracle if this thing works. It'd be a miracle if it works. All right. Let's see if I can hook this up now. Get this on camera here. Come on. This shakes again, seriously. I haven't mastered those. All right, there's that one. Now let's get this back in there, like so. Put that in there, like that. And we need to plug that there. That one there. This is fun, so this is riveting. Yeah, I don't know what these things are made of. Probably garbage. Y E X. And this one should be a. Get back in there. And for the record, even though I'm having difficulties, I still don't mind working on Joy-Cons. All right, let me plug in. Well, first off, dump all this out and get these screws out of here because I need two of them. Don't buy these cases. Don't buy these custom cases. Crap. All right, so now, oh man, why is that so dark again? All right, now I gotta get this guy in here now. That's easier said than. Do I need to take those screws out again? Seriously. This Joy-Con has been the bane of my existence. If a Joy-Con could be someone's bane of existence, this one would be it. I have no problem working on Joy-Cons, but this one has tested every nerve in my body. All right. Okay, finally. All right, so now I can put its Joy-Con in, or its analog in. All right. Yeah. So I'm not going to put this back together anymore. I'm going to wait to see if I need that board for this one. So after I done put it all back in there. So we'll save that one for later. The stupid ribbon cables in. All right. Back to our UV cured one. This should be good to go. Let's put it under the scope. Alrighty. That should be good to go. Yep, rock hard. Alright. Turn the light off. Alright, let's get this back together here. Not a fan of that board holder, I'm going to say it now. Alright, now we get the fun of reassembling this. So let's make sure all the buttons are in. The membranes. We gotta find this membrane here. Hold on. Figured out what I did wrong on the other one. I put that ribbon cable underneath that bracket. That was my bad. So, yeah, that was my bad on that. All right, so that's that. Let's get a new R bumper. My chest of drawers here. Need an R. There we go. All in a nice label drawer with all the buttons. Never seen one of these break before though. That's weird. All right. Let's add our spring to this. I got my head in there. Dang it. Spring's a little crooked. Definitely clicks it. All right, let's put the stick back in. All right, that's that. We will put our click our antenna on ahead of time. You always put that antenna on first. Trust me on this. And then we will add our little rumble pack. There we go. Now we will add this section. It's where you need like 3 hands to do one of these. Yep, I know. I stopped using you for 30 minutes and now you're crying. I'm aware. All right, and the button, yeah, the trigger came out. Okay. That's just fine. We'll get it back in there. Make sure our spring is properly located. Okay, that's that. Now we got, seriously. Need to get this on there. So this one I hate because it's so short. So if I come in here, knock out that again, and I set up. Okay, so that's that. Now I can flip that. Now I can get this in here one last time, and hopefully we're good. All right, get the spring situated. I'm sorry if you are not seeing all this 100%. All right, now we'll put our antenna back in. Okay. Needs to be routed in this area here. Just like that. Now we'll get the battery. Battery in there like that. Did you turn on the coffee maker, buddy?
Yeah.
It's a nightmare what you did to this thing. You run away now. All right. Let's put some screws in it before I do that part, though. All right. With the last 2 weeks I've had with bad M92 chips, I don't expect this to work. I expect me to end up doing a board swap on it because that's just the way it's been lately. I just losing the will, I'm telling you. Package is not showing up. That's why I haven't been on, guys. I had to take some time off. Just stuff being lost. I had this package that was in Georgia, which is only a few hours away, and it sat there 20 days. Finally, I sent an email to them, the letter from the lawyer, not, it was a real lawyer, but not any kind of legal action behind that. And they found the package like 20 minutes later and updated the tracking. But this time it went back up north to come back down. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. But it's frustrating nonetheless. So, all right. All right, let's get my little homemade box done there. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to test these inputs again. Test input devices, test controller buttons. Look, we have an R button. We have the trigger. Oh, of course, you press the home button. Apparently it works. I didn't check the trigger button, or the stick button. Yep. So good solid repair. Nothing real exciting. It's not a customer's or anything, but it is my son's, and it is now fixed. So hope you guys all enjoyed that. I know that it's not the most fascinating of repairs, but was some trace repair. Let's see here. Yeah, I did the little ribbon. They're all connected. Let's see what we got here in chat. Saturday is family day. Sundays for fishing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that section of the thing. But I know what I did wrong on the other one. This one that I was just messing with. I put that one ribbon cable under that metal plate, and that's what had it done. Rose, welcome. Stephen, Kaiser, how's it going? If I missed anybody because I was focused on that, I'm sorry. They're a pain in the butt. I don't mind doing them. I actually enjoy the Joy-Cons, but this one, I couldn't figure out why it was such a pain, but I put that one ribbon cable underneath the that black antenna, and that's what made it not work. Well, I appreciate everyone joining me on this. An hour and a half to do that. Ugh. Can you believe that, guys? An hour and a half to do that. That's insane. It shouldn't have took that long. But there was 2 torrent races, so not much you can do there, guys. So I'm hoping to have something Saturday, but next Wednesday for sure, I will have the new series starting. That was supposed to start in July. It didn't start. It's going to be the PlayStation Portables. I've been waiting on the parts for 2 months. Ordered them in May. It's getting to be the middle of July. They still haven't shown up yet. That's the package I was referring to. And then also the 3DS. March? I've been trying to get the 3DS fixed, and I still haven't gotten those parts yet either. They are in that package also. But that's going to do it for this stream. Take care, guys, and have a great day.